already number 15. Oh my god, oh my god. So it is just a little more than a week till Christmas. So exciting, so exciting. Let's pick today's topic for this video. Let's see what we got. I am so exciting. I don't know either, so it is a surprise for you and for me as well to pick the today's topic for door number 15. Let's take this one here. What is it? Okay, I see 60s. We got 60s Midges and Ellen dolls. Oh my god, yes, 60s. This is crazy. All my Midge dolls I have actually found at the flea markets. One Midge doll I got from the 24 hours flea market last year, and one Midge doll I have actually quite recently found. So the toy hunting tour videos are also online, in which I have found this Midge doll. And by the way, they are also part from the Advent Calendar videos, but they are already online, so it is no spoiler for you, this Midge doll. But Ellen I have found at the Think Pink store in Kreuzlingen from Beate. So far from that, so I do have these 3 dolls and I will show you them. And I'm so excited because 60s dolls are super hard to come across in Switzerland. I don't have many, and I'm so happy for each and every single 60s doll that I have in my collection. So let's go, let's pick the dolls and let's do the video. Here we go. These are the Midge dolls and the Ellen doll that I have currently in my collection, and I'm so happy about it. 60s dolls still a rare find, and yeah, 2 of them I have found at the flea market, which is a great find for me to find 60s dolls. A great day to find 60s dolls at a flea market, which happens quite rarely. So now I want to a little bit talk about Midge and Ellen. Who are they? What do they have to do with the Barbie universe, etc. and so on. So let's start first introducing you Midge doll. The Midge doll was first released in 1963 and was in the market till 1967. From the early days Midge dolls, from the year 1963 till 1965, you could choose from 3 different hair color types. She was not always a red hair, she was also a blonde one, and she was also a brunette version. So you could choose basically from 3 different hair colors, which is interesting because looking back, a lot of collectors, me included, know Midge as a typical red hair, but she was basically also a blonde or a brunette. So actually quite interesting how over the years she got this stigma from the red hair doll, which is interesting. She was also introduced as Barbie's best friend back then in time, and should have been more a counterpart actually to Barbie. When Barbie was released in 1959 till in the 60s, she got a lot of controversial. A lot of parents were concerned that Barbie looks too mature to be a children's doll, and then they created or came up with the idea of Midge doll to do a little counterpart. So Midge doll should look more like a teenage, more childish in a certain way. So it would pass through to be a kid's toy, actually. So that is the reason why Midge was released as Barbie's best friend, but also to help Barbie's image, actually, to stay in the market. So it would be really a kid's toy and not a certain adult toy, right? Yeah. Then also Midge had a boyfriend back then, which is actually Ellen. Ellen spelled Allan, but later on in the history of Ellen, that name was changed. Ellen was actually called Ellen Sherwood, so he had like a first name and a surname or something like that, so first and last name, Ellen Sherwood, which is interesting. From Midge I could not find if she got also like a last name or not, but we got Midge and Ellen. And back then Ellen was also released in 1964, so a year after Midge, and he was introduced as Ken's best friend. What they had in common is actually they could mix their fashions. So Ellen could use the fashions from Ken, but also Ellen got his own fashions. Same with Midge. Midge could use the fashions from Barbie, but also she got her own fashion line, actually. And that is, I think, a great idea back then. affording a doll was really expensive, so you rather buy the fashions than to buy a new doll. And if you have one doll, then you could buy the fashions who were cheaper, and she still can wear it, even though it is a Barbie fashion, but or a Mitch, or vice versa. So you could buy the fashions from those characters, and they still matches the dolls. So the sizes of the dolls were the same, Barbie and Mitch, as well as Ellen and Ken. So that is a really interesting fact, and I think that makes totally sense actually. Which, yeah, was amazing. Ellen was actually named after the son-in-law from Ruth Handler, who was called Ellen, and so she named this character Ellen. Later on in history, as I mentioned, that name was then shortened. So, history of Mitch actually is she was released from 1963 till 1967. Then she disappeared until 1988 when she was reintroduced as the California Dream Mitch. So she had like a range of about 20 years which she was gone. No one knows what happens to Mitch in that range time. Same values actually also for Ellen, I think, because he was also gone and made his appearance in the year 1991 when Mitch and Ellen got married in the Wedding Day Mitch line, which is interesting. So they were boyfriend and girlfriend back then in the 60s, and in the 90s they married, which is amazing. That is absolutely cool. Then also those two characters, or actually these two characters, had children. There was in 1992 a booklet released in which Mitch and Ellen were holding twins, so a baby girl and a baby boy, but those twins were never released as dolls. So they were just in the booklet, like so promotion images, but they were never released, and no one knows the name about them. So, but they were like in the booklet but never released. Later on in the history of Mitch and Ellen, they had 3 children, official children, which was baby Ryan, baby Nikki, and baby Cassandra. And so that is interesting because we got also controversy in this doll history from Mitch. Mitch from the 2002 Pregnant Mitch doll, you probably know, a real controversial doll, and she was then later on, I believe, discontinued, or she had to do some adjustments to stay in the market. There was Pregnant Mitch, and she was actually pregnant with her second child, Nikki, so she already had one child, but still they got this controversial thing about she promotes teenage pregnancy because the doll looks too teenagey to those parents who complained about it, but still she already had a child. So yeah, anyways, that was the concerns from those parents and societies and whatever, so they had to change the doll, or they kind of discontinued her. But that is, she was pregnant with baby Nikki, she had already a son, Ryan, and later in history she got baby Cassandra. So that is what I could find out about the Mitch history. So over those decades she pretty much had a lot of history. She was released in the 60s, disappeared for 20 years, came back, so like, hey, I'm now here, I'm, yeah, California Dream Barbie. For 2 years she was then like a part of Barbie's friends, and then in 1991 she got married, and soon after she got children. To mention these children for the controversial doll from 2002, they were released under the Happy Family line. So they were not technically Barbie because they created the Happy Family line, which was similar to the Hart family. Hart family from the 80s. This continued at a point, and then later on in the 2000s, the Happy Family came into the market. So Pregnant Mitch was technically not really Barbie, so even though she was advertised with Barbie and so on, but it was another line. Anyways, that is about the history of the dolls. That is about the history of these amazing characters. Oh, what I wanted to mention is the name from Alan changed it over the years. So he was first named Alan Sherwood after the son-in-law from Ruth Handler. But later on, when he married Mitch, he was only called Alan with one L, so A-L-A-N, Ellen. So that is actually something that changed. And there have been rumors that actually, was it her daughter and Ellen got divorced, and so they changed his name, but I'm not sure if that is true. I just heard that somewhere, somewhen, at a video from someone, I don't know, but could be that they then decided to change his name. So Not sure, no, don't quote me on that, but well, that is a little bit the history about it. Now, I want actually to show you the dolls. I want to show you first Ellen. Ellen is this beautiful vintage doll from the year, I believe, 1963 or 1964. Um, which I got from Beate's Think Pink store. I bought him back in 2023, I guess, or early 2024, right after the movie of Barbie was released. You know, Ellen plays in the Barbie movie, I would say a main, also sort of a main character there, or really, really a main role. So everyone was looking for Ellens, me included. When I saw this Ellen at Beate's Think Pink store, I was immediately, oh my god, I need an Ellen doll. I need this one. And it was about 50 Swiss francs, which I think is a really good price. He's wearing his original outfit. Shoe-wise, I'm not sure if these are his sandals, but other than that, he's wearing his original outfit, and that is amazing. Totally love it. And for 50 Swiss francs, I think it is a great deal from back then in time, because the prices for Ellen dolls went astronomically high when the movie was released, because everyone totally fell in love with Ellen. So, or I fell totally in love with Ellen, and a lot of other ones also, because suddenly everyone wants to have an Ellen, me included. So I got influenced by the movie. Here we go. This is Ellen. Really nice. He has red hair. I'm not sure if Ellen was ever released with another hair color than Mitch, but I think he was always a red hair. And he has also this more brownish to red eyes, side-eye look. Interesting enough, he looks to the right side, and I think the side eyes from Barbie look to the left, right? Or am I wrong? But I think it looks vice versa actually, which is kind of interesting. This is I don't, oh, I forgot about which line this Ellen is, but something beach probably. This is his outfit, and it has this stripe, this really fun, cool, colorful stripes. And I'm not sure, does this one have a tag actually? The fabric itself is super stiff, so this, I don't know, it is not even cotton fabric or a really special cotton fabric, so this really stiff material, not so soft actually, but high quality. Yes, it has an Ellen tag right here. You can see it, Ellen. Really cool. So you know it is an official Ellen outfit. The shorts belong to him too, and he came with these sandals, and I'm here not sure if these are original sandals from him or not, but they do not hold in place. So they are really loose, and he's always kind of, wait, where do they go? He's always losing them, which is a little bit annoying, because I display him in a standing position in my display, and then when I kind of want to grab another doll, and then his sandals fly everywhere. Now, let's come to the Mitch dolls actually. I got these two Mitches in my collection, and both of them I have found at flea markets. This one was my very first Mitch doll. I found her last year at the 24 hours flea market, which I went to get with Lau from Lau Sky Painter. I got her for 50 euros, and that is amazing because she came with the box, she came with her original stand, and she came with this outfit, and I think she's wearing the shorts from her original swimsuit. This outfit is actually from 1963 and is called Raincoat. The number 949 is complete. I'm not showing you everything here, but it came with a basket with some flowers in there and so on. So it is a complete set actually, and that was all for this price of 50 euros at the flea market. Absolutely cool. Umbrella is included, her hat is included, the raincoat, and even the boots from this raincoat fashion pack. And underneath you can see she has her bikini bottoms in orange. So unfortunately she's missing her top, her bikini top, but she has her original bikini bottoms, which is so amazing. Totally love it, and she is the red hair version. So for my very first Mitch, absolutely great find. Love it, always will treasure her. Then, quite a recent find. Also, you can see already the videos online, also in my advent calendar video series, how I found her. She was at a flea market as well, which I have found at, I believe it was the 2nd or 3rd of November, so it was on Sunday. Yeah. And I found her. She is the blonde version, which is amazing. So I hope to find one day at the flea market the brunette version. This doll was absolutely an extremely good price. She was only 10 Swiss francs. I'm not sure what she was wearing, but definitely not this outfit. But for 10 Swiss francs to find a 60s Mitch doll, wow. And the blonde one, so we got the red hair, the blonde, I'm missing the brunette one, then I got all three of them. Then this Mitch doll is actually wearing a 1959 Suburban Shopper fashion pack, the number 969. I got this fashion pack from Lau Sky Painter, who bought it for me for my birthday, which is so great because I do have the pink one. The pink was from another line and I probably think released a little bit later, but it looks super similar, and so I want to display those fashions together in the display. And I gave it this one here to my Mitch doll. I had it on my swirl ponytail for a while, but now I decided to give it to my Mitch doll because from my swirl ponytail Barbie I have her original swimsuit and I kind of want to display her with her swimsuit. I got the fashions. This hat is not the original. I had this hat for the longest time somewhere in my stuff which I wanted to redonate, and we thought this ribbon matches perfectly to this dress, so she got this hat as well. And then she got this umbrella, which is not the original umbrella, I believe, but also it matches so perfectly. And yeah, so this is how she will be then later on displayed in the shelf as the blonde one version from Mitch, red hair version, and I got Ellen. What do you think about these toys, about these kind of friends from Barbie and friends of Ken, and their history of yeah, their fun and interesting history of being boyfriend and girlfriend in the 60s, marrying in the 90s, having children from the 90s till the 2000s. What do you think about them? I really hope you like this video. Please go and check out more videos on my YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button and we'll see us tomorrow with door number 16. Bye!